Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another DC Universe online gameplay, and this video will actually be my first Let's Play. So I'll be going over the latest power added to the game, as well as the shield, leveling a brand new character. So if you're a new player, you can get an idea of both the power and newly added weapon. And if you're a veteran and haven't ventured into the earth power or the shield weapon, this will give you an idea how it progressed through the leveling phase of the game prior to reaching max and going into your duels and stuff. Along with that, I'll be showing you guys a lot of feats that you can get along the way, leading up to some early skill points. So once you reach the end game, you're not trying to farm feats and everything. For new players, this is actually the starting area for both the heroes and the villains. The only difference is you'll have Oracle as your guide for the hero side and Calculator as your guide for the villains. So, okay, going through the beginning of the game, I've noticed that you're able to get up to 85 feat points. As you know, every 100 feat points equals a skill point, and I'll show you how to get them fairly easy. If you haven't done it, this will be a good guide to look at. If you plan on making a new character, you don't necessarily have to be earth or use the shield weapon. What I'm showing you right now, and it actually works for every weapon, as well as the power. Now for here, you can let him charge you, so you can get the 10 points for the breakout. As you see, you can get it right there. But you don't necessarily have to do it, because I'll show you later on where you're going through this. There's another area that you can get it from, which makes it actually is a lot easier. You can, as you can see right there, they'll go to 25 combo, giving you another 10 points. So right now we're at 20 points. And we're just gonna follow our way through. I meant to leave the audio on so that you guys could, hear it in the background. So, for future videos, I'll make sure to keep that on when I'm doing the Let's Plays. And there's your first level. Okay, now the first skill that I'm getting it's like a stone grab, which pulls an enemy to you. The animation for it is actually really cool. We're gonna break this. That box actually counts to a treasure. So it is the first 5. Your first 5 treasure boxes that you break, you get 10 points towards defeat. So you'll wind up getting that later on. It's only 2 treasure boxes during the start of the game. And yeah, I just locked my my gear set because I actually like what I'm wearing out. I normally don't change my gear until later on. Okay, so right here we're gonna go smash these guys up a little bit. Now, what you want to do with your hit counter for the early feat is, if you're not gonna target away or they're pulling away from you, you want to get you want to right click on them. Spam your right click for your ranged attack so that you can keep your hit counter up. The only time your hit counter will break is if you use one of your powers in between. That's the only time it'll break. So we just smash these guys up. And as you can see right here, I'm about to get my 50 points. And there go your next achievement for your hit counter. And the next hit counter is at 100, and there are actually 2 ways that you can get that during the beginning of the game. And I'll show you those later. It's actually right before you get off of the Brainiac ship. See, that's a really nice animation. Alright, now we're going to crush these guys up. And if you look straight across, I'll turn the camera view back around in a sec. Alright, now if you see right across, there are your second treasure chest. So now, as far as I know, on the Brainiac ship, there's only 2. So you don't have to go searching and, you know, on a manhunt for a treasure box for the Feat. I'll make sure to show how you get it later. All right, now we're gonna follow this through. Now this area is where you get your next Feat. Now here, this is the area I was talking about for the breakout. The reason being is because the spawns in here, the bigger ones, they pick up the barrels around. Now the Star Labs barrels, the gray ones that are on the ground, when those shatter, they do like a big push out of the area, but it still causes damage. So when they knock you airborne, the longer you are in the air, you can keep spamming your breakout, and that also counts. So as you can see, they'll go to Feat there for the 5 breakouts. Now there's another one that you can get in here, and I'll show it to you right after we finish cleaning up these guys. Alright, I was hoping that I'd get to see the little cool animation again, but they died on contact. Alright, now after you kill these 3, you'll level, gaining your first skill point, so you can go down the shield tree. Alright, and there's your first skill point. I took the lunge since it allows you to get to a target faster. The shield throw is actually really nice, and it causes a stun. Now here's another feat. This is the one for breaking the 5 red barrels, and it's actually really easy in here. If you feel the need to stay, you can also get the feat for the 25, but it's easier to just smash 5 of them and get the first one, and it saves a lot of time. Nobody wants to be on the Brainiac ship. Well, at least not during an invasion, but okay. Alright, now we just head our way through. This is another area that you can get the breakout. I wouldn't recommend it, seeing how after it stuns you, the shield on it is down for a minute, the little, you know, yellow thing in the middle, and it goes back up, and it's up for a good minute. Like, as you can see, I'm kind of waiting on it. Still not down. And this is kind of like the main reason that, you know, you wouldn't want to wait on getting your breakouts here. So just wait until the shield's down, crush it. I mean, I should have broke it when it stunned me the first time. Alright, so after you break it, you can head on through. And as you can see here, the yellow barrels. Now, like the red barrels, now this isn't for all of them, because you don't get a feat for the other colors. There's blue and that freezes, and there are a few other barrels, but the main ones is the red one and the heal barrels. And they all go, I think, 5, 25, I think it's 50, and then 150, and then 250. But we're not going to stay here for 250 barrels, and the orange ones are, in my opinion, the hardest ones to find to try and get the feat from. But right here, you can get the easy 5 since they're all over the place. And we'll pick this up and toss it to the guy for our feat. Alright, now we're gonna head straight on through. See, look at that. That's such a cool animation. Like, it just gripped you with stone, and it wasn't like a mitt. It was a full hand. I had freaking stone fingers. Alright, smash through the rest of the Brainiac forces. I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, even if you don't think that someone's going to break off your ship, you would think that he would have stronger minions. I mean, especially seeing how they, like they're. I mean, it's kind of sad. All right, there goes another one of the little Brainiac crawler things that we're fighting at the start. And we're gonna smash him up and head on through. Now, unlike the treasure chest that you previously broke, you kind of get your gear from you get a belt from him. So you go ahead and equip that for some added armor. Now, this is the room that I was talking about. In here, there's two ways that you can get the 100 combo feat. One is I'm about to show you now, and this is the way that I got it. I wound up getting it on my first try. What you can do is smash these guys, and in between you're crushing them, you can you can hit the little what do you call these things? you can smash these to keep your hit counter up. Now the minions will keep spawning, so every now and then you can toggle off use them for your counter without destroying these. So you can kind of keep switching back and forth. And remember, if they're too far from you, then spam your range to keep your hit counter up. Just try not to use any powers or you're going to lose the hit counter. And as you can see, 90 and right on up, and here's my feat, 25 points. Now we go ahead and finish these off, and the second way to do this is on the boss here himself. Now it's a little tricky because he does a knockback, so you gotta be careful on how you're gonna do it. And there we go. Okay, now as you can see, he drops down, and now it's time to fight him. Okay, now as you saw, he did a teleport. So, and if you're not confident enough about getting to him fast enough, remember you can spam your right click for your ranged attack to get closer to him. And all you got to do is just keep wailing on him until you hit counter up. Now this move here, you want to use your right click and back up from him, because the wave will actually knock you back, and you won't be able to get back up quick enough to keep your counter up. And as you can, it's fairly easy. And again, once that move, if you do get hit by that, just keep spamming your right click. You won't be, you won't lose control of your character for too long, so you'll be able to get right back on him. The only time you'll lose your hit counter at this part is literally right here when he knocks you away. And as you can see, I'm well over 100 for the 25 points. And the item he drops is a cape. You go ahead and equip that. Now Superman comes in to help you clean up the rest of the Brainiac forces. Now, I've done this multiple times, and each time I've done it, I haven't figured out if there was any other feats that you could get without staying here longer than you would want to. And there you go, fighting along Superman, playing cleanup. And again, I can't understand why he, for robots this is a little sad. Well, for Brainiac's robots anyway, I mean, come on, Nula, you just got powers, and you're just demolishing the guy that's invading your planet, his forces, in seconds. I actually tried getting the 100 hit counter here. It works depending on, you know, how quickly Superman is kind of killing everything. I mean, it's doable, but every now and then he does a ground pound that kind of knocks everything away. And sometimes when you're switching targets, you'll wind up targeting one of the barrels around and losing your hit counter. So I would recommend doing it prior to this part happening. And go ahead and talk to him. Now, depending on who your mentor was, that'll, you know, dictate where you go after you get off the ship. For the villain side, you get the Lex Luthor comes in to help you, and you fight alongside Lex. And as you just saw for the heroes, you fight alongside Superman. Now, since I'm playing on the hero side, my mentor is, of course, Batman. I've always been a big Batman fan. So, you start in Gotham City. Okay. For new players, the first thing Oracle's going to do is show you around the precinct. Head on over to your mailbox and get the mask that she sent you. Now, remember, you won't see a change in my character's look since I locked my clothing, so my clothes doesn't change when I equip new items. And for every item you get the style for it, so you can change your character's appearance whenever you want, and you can also change the color scheme. Alright, now for gaining the skill point, and this is before you even start the first quest. Yes, we picked it up, but we're not going to start it. This is just so you can get the first point. Alright, you're going to walk outside of the, you're going to leave the precinct, and you're going to go on top of the building, and right here you'll see the bat signal. And from there, right here, you're going to jump off, and you'll see your first race. It's directly in front of it. It's directly in front of the precinct, so you won't miss it. And it's actually fairly simple. There's nothing really special about this one. You just run straight through. I will say, if you're playing on PvP server, sometimes villains hang out on top of the building across from the precinct, so you gotta be careful. And there's the finish line, and there goes your level and your first skill point. So we'll pick this up next time, and I hope you guys enjoy and keep watching. Don't forget to rate and subscribe.
Namaste.